What's up, y'all? This is Lucky J, the host of the Lucky A's podcast, along with my co-host here, Jason. Have a great day, Maith.
Howdy.
I'd like to welcome y'all to episode 10.
Damn, we made it.
We got
dude.
10 episodes, dude.
Double digits.
That's a lot.
Yeah, man.
Doing it.
So today we have a special a guest on, a OG Team Lucky Ace member, Marcus Stevens.
Okay.
What's up,
Thank y'all for having me
Marcus?
on. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So we wanted Marcus on to kind of talk about Texas State's. Marcus had such a great showing, and we want to kind of showcase our players. And what better place to do it than on our platform, the Lucky Ace podcast. So again, welcome to episode 10. But before we start, I want to start with a story like we always do.
Yep.
And this one was at Worlds. And Marcus was with us playing pickleball. Yeah, everybody knows that we play pickleball, but that night was kind of the first night, too, for us. Like, we'd been on a couple of
Yes.
Pro Tour events. We'd seen these pros before, but out on, like, the course and like, the fly marts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never have we ever been in an environment where it's like we're hanging out, like, playing pickleball, and on the court next to me is, you know, Kyle Klein, Calvin Heimberg,
Zach
Melton,
Macy Vela Diaz and her husband.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gomez.
So many.
Joe Mez himself.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
insane.
and you know, 'cause-
Madison Walker.
yeah. And then, then we're playing with our pros, which is Mason, Val, and Alexis. And it's like looking at the courts as I'm walking up, and I'm like, oh boy.
Nervous.
I was thinking, like,
starstruck,
where do we show
you
our
know?
VIP passes
Yeah.
at? Because you're like,
Yeah.
you have to pay for this kind of stuff, you know?
I was so nervous, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was super nervous. And we got there, and, you know, we have 4 people, plus Alvin. Alvin was there
Sure.
as well. So
Yeah.
they have 4, then we had 3 and 4, and then there's all those other people playing around us. So we had 2 courts that we were able to play with. So it was you, Jason, Marcus, and me, just kind of like, what do
Learning.
they call it?
Yeah.
Well, learning.
Dinking.
Dinking. They call it
Yes.
dinking. You know,
Yes.
you're just kind of warming up on the pickleball court. And this was like one of the coolest moments. Me and Jason on one side and Marcus, loser, was on
We
the
were
other by
smoking.
himself.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a loser for long because this gentleman walks up to us and was like, hey, do you guys want to play? Like, you want me to play with y'all? And obviously Jason was already on my side.
I thought about switching, getting you over there. So I was like,
He was already on my side, so this gentleman was going to partner up with Marcus, and that guy just so happened to be Chris Dickerson, who
Pretty big deal.
pretty big deal.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah, and again, like I said, one of our first times this was our first time being able to interact with them on a normal.
On like a pickleball court.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A
Not like
different-
disc
Even level.
golf.
You know,
Yes.
it was cool. He was super nice and really taught us a lot in that first one.
Dude, and they like carry themselves different when it's not like when they're on the disc golf course, they have to have like a composure to themselves
Sure.
and everything. And I mean, just to see them kind of have fun and get loose and like kind of be themselves a little bit more almost. And
Yeah.
smoke us in pickleball a little bit or
Yeah,
have a decent partner.
So they did. So
Yes.
me and Jason are like really trying, and Marcus is over here letting Dickerson carry him.
I learned a lot just watching.
and he's laughing and hitting the ball at us, talking to
he was
us.
talking with Zach Melton
While he was playing.
Yeah, while he was playing
Yeah.
and like destroying us.
Making it look easy, and what a warm up. Yeah.
Dude, he's like got this like magical power where he stands on the other side of the net. He does it at the very last second. Whack! He like hits the ball.
Yeah.
It's insane because you don't know where it's gonna go.
But just, you could tell he knew what he was doing.
Oh.
And he wasn't even looking at the ball. He was just talking, you know, just.
When
Yeah.
we walked up, he was hitting the ball on the side of the paddle, not on the top where you would normally. He was
Yeah.
just sitting there, just hitting the ball on the top of the
Looked
paddle.
very Tiger
Insane.
Woods-ish. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it was really cool.
We had a real serious match, and I'm pretty sure we won. So,
So you guys are
Marcus-
undefeated.
undefeated.
yeah. So Marcus,
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. Marcus's thing is me and my partner undefeated.
Yes.
Yeah, my
Jams.
pickleball partner.
Yeah. Chris Dickerson.
Pickleball
Yeah,
partner.
every time.
Yeah, every
I
time
love it,
because
dude.
Marcus will like tell the story a little bit, but not mention Chris Dickerson. And he's just like, "Yeah, my partner, my champion." And then people, because he's baiting them to ask,
Yes.
"Well, who's his partner?"
Yeah.
One of my best
Oh, you know,
stories.
one of my best friends. Yeah. You know, Chris Dickerson. You know, no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah, but seeing them in that light, seeing the pros up close, it was a different environment. It was really cool.
We were playing the music.
Yeah.
We were playing the 90s Jock Jams music, and
Yeah.
I saw Kyle Klein getting down. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
bro, you're not
Open to
even
it.
old enough to know what this is. But I'm
those are
glad
like-
that you're getting
Those
into
are like
it.
anthems, dude. Those are
Yeah.
like so important for every generation of people to hear. So
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
And
And that was your first actual pro tour event?
Yeah.
Besides, like, I think Texas State's, which, like when the one AP won. Shout out to AP.
That was one of my first big events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that many pros there.
I remember too, because Marcus was just like, man, I want to go to one of these events, bro. Like, invite me, dude. Like, I will
Yes.
take off. Like,
Yes.
he was like, because I know you have a job, but he was like,
I'll
it
quit my
doesn't-
job.
Yeah.
I don't care.
and dude, you still work for that company?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because he took off a long time for
Yeah.
that trip.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
They
we
weren't
drove.
happy, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to play Chris
It was
Dickinson.
worth it. Yeah. I told them the story, so they understood.
Yeah, and it's World, so it's like 5 rounds. It was we were
And it was an epic Worlds too. I mean, we were sitting right there when
Dude.
Paul.
Mhm. It was the biggest. Yeah.
gosh, dude.
It was insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some good spots early too.
Yeah,
Marcus, Megan, and I were like chilling on the bank of this pond,
I seen y'all,
dude.
We
And
got an early spot. Yeah.
I don't remember what happened. I think Megan found it and came back and was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
there's
this
a
is a
spot
better
over there.
spot."
We need to go
Yeah.
over there."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were gonna like sit on some like bushes or something.
Where we couldn't see anything.
Dude, when we got there, there was no one there yet,
Yeah.
and it was like the perfect spot. Dude,
Yeah.
we couldn't have asked
right
for better.
across the pond
Picturesque.
from
Yeah.
18. For those that
And
are wondering,
and we got to
Yeah.
watch the shot across the water too. It was like right behind us to the side. So
Yeah.
when everything went
It was
down and Paul
awesome.
did what he did, bro, we were right there. It,
It was
so
amazing.
cool.
Best disc golf experience.
Yeah, honestly, it was one of the best disc golf experiences I've ever had because then we got to watch Paul win 6.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the way he did.
The way he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way the
goat.
way it all went down, bro. It was
My
crazy.
best friend.
My best.
Anyway, no, yeah, man. So that was such a great experience that we had. So I definitely wanted to have a little story time and talk about it because Marcus is a pickleball partner.
Yes.
That's Marcus's go-to story now.
I think we can insert the picture of like the banana split on the way home
Oh,
Yeah. from
Yeah,
Braums. I think it was when we
experience.
first got Braums,
Yeah,
dude. That was a
yeah,
very
yeah.
fun
At
experience.
the end of the trip, leaving because
Yes.
because I would not go to that place because I was like that place cannot be good.
There was too
And
many. of them.
Brahms is really good.
Y'all don't know. I'm from North Texas, man. Braums is an institution.
No,
Exactly.
I didn't even know, and it was
It was great.
amazing.
It was
Like,
great.
Food was good, and the ice cream that you'll see.
Oh, it's like the happiest you've ever seen Marcus in your life. It
no,
was
but I have to
perfect.
give him the backstory. Now we have to give him the backstory.
A little bit of
I think so.
backstory.
I think so.
So this podcast is gonna we're gonna talk about Marcus's thing, but I think like we have so many stories, it's gonna turn into a Lucky Ace like team podcast
So,
of stories.
Yeah.
Story time.
It's like
Story
the Rick
time.
and Morty, the what was that? The flashbacks that they did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You wouldn't have watched it.
I'm like, I'm lost, bro.
So the backstory to that was we were traveling back and we stayed in a hotel, right? And Marcus, he is a light sleeper. So whenever he sleeps with us in a room, he has to like throw pillows on his head and be totally covered. And once he gets into a deep sleep, he is no longer a light sleeper.
No, not in the morning. He's not a light
Not in
sleeper.
the morning. So
2 hours of sleep.
yeah. And I know how Marcus gets when he doesn't eat, all right?
Yeah.
Let's
Hangry,
point
bro.
that out.
Everyone
Hangry.
does. Yeah.
Yeah,
I admit
he
it.
is hangry and it's bad.
5 minutes in, I'm hangry.
Yeah. So I wake up early. Jason wakes up early, and I'm like, Marcus, and he's got everything on him, can't hear anything, right? I'm Marcus, and then nothing. So I tell Jason, and I was like, all right, Jason. When he gets mad at me for not waking him up for breakfast,
They already knew.
You remember
They already
this?
knew what was going to happen.
Oh my god! So I went to go eat breakfast. I think Jason did too.
Oh yeah.
And
Y'all had a good breakfast. I
Oh
heard
yeah.
about it.
Oh.
I made a waffle sandwich,
Yeah.
bro, and it was so good.
it was so good.
Yeah.
So, but we finished our breakfast. We go back and we pack up, and then Marcus gets up. He packs up, and we go in the truck and we get our coffees, and we're on our way home. Right?
And I go, wait a second.
Well, yeah, yeah. So he was great.
guys smell
Though.
like
He was
waffles and
fine.
sausage.
He was fine until like 30 minutes into it, and he's like talking about breakfast, and we're like, "Oh yeah, we ate," and it was just a what?
How dare you, first of all? Yeah.
And we're laughing, but he was
This
mad.
is after a week-long vacation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Super exhausted.
He was
Yeah.
so mad.
Oh, dude.
my
He was
God.
frustrated for sure. He was
Yeah.
definitely frustrated. And you told
He
him,
got
I tried
quiet.
waking you up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
tried waking you up. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Did you,
I
though?
tried-
Did you try
He was
to
like,
wake me up?
no.
I
He's
don't
like,
believe
no. He
you.
wasn't having it.
I don't
remember-
believe you.
No,
He was not having that answer.
he wasn't.
So it got quiet, and the very next exit, I see there's a Braums, and he had been pushing for Braums, and it was almost to the point where it was like, okay, now it's a joke. I can't go.
The whole week.
Just to, yeah,
It's a
the
joke
whole
because he
week.
would not go.
I would
He was
not.
missing out on Braums.
And I didn't know. All right, so I saw it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do my nice thing of the day, and we're gonna go to Braums.
One good deed.
The other good thing that you had going for you is Starbucks was next to it. We were stopping for coffee.
I think that's the
so
only
that
reason
might have
it
been the
worked.
big
Yeah, that's
reason.
the
why.
only reason.
I promise you, I did that for you.
So me without food is like Jay without coffee.
Ooh.
Not a good day.
Yeah.
It's so true.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So that's why we had to get it. And it was really good. I ended up eating there.
Oh,
It was the chicken sandwich I got was amazing.
dude, yes. I had the same thing. It was
This is a real
really,
plug for
really-
Braums here.
Yeah, it is, but it was really good.
Yeah,
So they
you know.
deserve it because I was taking a dump on them all week.
Yeah.
And I've never been there. I was just doing it because I know he wanted to go, and it was just that thing.
It was a bit.
because
Yeah,
that's how
for
me
sure.
and Marcus we just mess with each other like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And
Good relation.
yeah. So he but he ate there, and not only eat there, he decided to get the biggest and the most satisfying banana splits I've ever seen, and I never seen Marcus so happy.
And he left for a second.
Ear to ear
and he was like on the
smiles,
other
yeah.
side where the dessert is. And then all of a sudden he just walks back, doesn't say nothing. It's just,
With one
Boom.
spoon, just for me though.
yeah.
It was one spoon, dude, and it was huge. You the picture is right.
I think
here.
the picture will do it justice.
Yeah, and the happiness in his face will
Oh,
also
yeah.
do it justice. Then
It
you
was perfect.
understand.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
Me and food.
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
such a great time, man.
It was.
I'll never forget that.
It was one of the best trips I've ever been on, but at the end we were exhausted.
Absolutely.
Are polar bears white?
That's a question. You should put a poll up. I think you'll understand.
Inside
I think you'll
joke.
understand. I think your numbers will come together. I think we'll understand here.
think
so.
They actually
Oh,
have
no.
translucent fur. Just so everybody didn't know. The truth is they have translucent
That-
fur.
That when the sun hits it, make it a color that
We had a really
is
good discussion.
white.
It appears to be white.
So
Are polar bears white? And apparently they're not.
Look it up. Google it. Google it. You'll be surprised by the answer you get.
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
That was a good time.
it was a great time. We got to play some cool courses.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
We played in Oklahoma. We played in. Did we play in Kansas? We did, right? The little short course next to DDO.
Yep. And we
We
played.
played 3 on the way up and one
we played one
back.
there too.
Yeah.
One with, I can't remember what it was called. Peter
What?
Pan. No.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Peter Pan?
Oh yeah, y'all did.
We
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
It was Peter Pan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were going to talk to the kids or
Which
something.
was a fun course.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really.
Lost one disc there.
Yeah, he did. He threw a lobster right out in the middle of the water.
Brand
dude.
new Lucky Ace
He was like,
lobster.
"This is like one of my favorite ones."
So whoever
Like,
finds
it
that
was
in the
really
water
good,
there,
dude.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I think he got the nicest one. He's like,
It was the nicest, right into the water.
yeah. Yeah.
So another opportunity that I'm going to take since you're here. I know they've heard it from me and Jason on AJ's podcast. Shout out to Genre Geeks. AJ has another sweet podcast that he runs with his buddy Darren. Right. We've told them the Lucky Ace story. People have heard it, but you were there. You were in the car when we were first talking about tree love and how amazing. And you were the one that asked the question. You were like, you asked me and AP. You're like, and I think Coleman was with us.
Can't remember. I think it was just us 3, but I may be wrong.
Yeah. He rode with us, but he rode back with somebody else, right? But you asked the question like, who do you think has like the coolest brand in disc golf?
Yeah.
And without a doubt, all of us, Tree Love. Like that's the dopest brand.
Yeah.
It's such a cool name. And I remember I told you later that was kind of the beginning because having that experience with Tree Love and shopping with Tree Love, like I was obsessed with Tree Love at one point. I mean, I still love the guys to death, you know.
Jonathan's great.
Jonathan's awesome,
Yeah.
man. But yeah,
Gotcha.
we were talking about that, and that was kind of like the beginning of like the gears turning for Lucky Ace. And you were there from the beginning. You were one of the first players that we sponsored. It was Jason AP and you, and at that time, it was just us for a while.
Yeah.
You know, we added Dom and then we added Freddie, but it was just us for a while. So I wanted to ask you, like, how has it been for you to like see all this go from selling out the trunk, the Ultima, finally getting a stamp on a Discmania disc, to where we are now, going to Worlds, playing with Chris Dickerson pickleball? It's
been a big experience, and I'm more proud of what you've been able to do, what we've been able to do from nothing, like you said, starting with how small we were. It's really satisfying, and it's great because disc golf is exploding in this area. It's growing exponentially. There's such a huge market for lots of new companies to come in and do their thing and really grow. And just being a part of it's been really great. You know, I'm thankful for, you know, what you and Jason have been able to do, and the time y'all put into it is great. But watching, you know, being in the shop now in Conroe, just something you never thought would happen.
Right.
And every day I'm just surprised about what we're able to do, and, you know, the new relationships that are built.
Because we started from making orders of like 20 shirts at a time to hundreds.
Just an idea of, can we do this? And yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man, it's been a ride. And I remember I love where we are now.
Yeah.
I do. But back then, Lucky Ace was so small, and it was us guys and Dom.
Yeah.
And we're trying to grow the brand in different ways. And it still is a family, but at that point, like, I always call it the OG Lucky Ace.
The core group.
The core.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a special. And I remember the first time we got like some specialty discs was the Cloudbreaker 2s. And we all got 2. We're all like, we need to do videos and stuff like that. And I hope you need to do, and I actually talked to AJ about this. I want kind of what we did with you with the Cloudbreaker, the Horizon one.
Yeah.
We need to go back and do those reviews again on discs with Marcus and AP and you.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea because for one, if y'all don't know, Marcus is a lefty.
A little different.
Right? Those with the wrong hand, you know. But, you know, so Marcus is a lefty. You know, AP, the 2018 Texas State champ, and Jason Have a Great Day, mate. Y'all are staples in the Northside Chain Gang and in the North Houston area with disc golf. So when we did that, please show it. If you could show like a little clip of it, because it's on our YouTube. It is so like beginner,
dude,
like.
For sure.
These new P2s, these things here are nice. You want to go down, you want to pick yourself one up, because I'll tell you, if you like stable driving putters with a touch more glide than your typical thing. I know a lot of manufacturers are moving to a more glide aspect with their plastic.
We did it at Wynwood.
Edited
Couldn't
ourselves.
say the name of it. Period.
Took us a couple tries.
Yeah,
to get what we wanted,
it was almost
know?
like kind of awkward watching it.
Yes.
Like it was our first time ever doing stuff like that.
It's very cringy.
That's what you have to do.
But it's
You
fun.
dip your toes into it,
Yep.
and look at us now.
Yeah, now
You know?
we have a podcast with AJ. I mean, a lot of credit has to go to this man because he's made this happen. None of this stuff's cheap. You know what I mean?
Time's not cheap either.
And his
That's the
time.
big
And
thing.
AJ comes and he sets up and he's here an hour 15 before.
Yep.
Not hanging out.
Nope.
Setting up.
Working.
And then afterwards, he's got to break it all down. And we help him as much as we can, but the way he's organized with all his stuff, it's hard for us. All we do is just kind of unplug things and kind of put him in an area where he can just get to them quick.
We can definitely help break down, but setting up is different because you know how everything goes.
Lighting's
It's gotta set
perfect
up.
and
Yeah, it's
everything.
huge. And like we
Look at
talked
this
about
turn
earlier.
into the AJ Appreciation Podcast.
It's a little bit like
That's what it should be, though.
This is good. This is what I'm into, you know.
We've been waiting for this.
But
is not
I mean,
getting cut.
whether it's a 20-minute podcast or an hour and 20-minute podcast, it's still the same amount of setup and breakdown. And same thing with all the videos. you
Yeah.
know? So
AJ,
shout out to AJ.
Thank you, AJ.
Hard work behind the scenes.
Yeah. But to see us to where we are now, like I said, I do it. I don't want to say miss it because like we still have that dynamic.
Yeah.
But
It's different.
we've
for
gotten
sure.
busy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's something that definitely plays into it.
We don't see
of
each other
course.
every weekend, but
Yeah.
we still know.
And we were able to enjoy a cool round yesterday. I
Yeah,
hit
we
you
did.
up last minute and I was like, what are you doing? Because I know you were like in the north side area and I had to
Yeah.
pick up my kid. He's in a Quinceañera. He's
Oh,
like the
nice.
main, he's the main one. So he's got to go practice every Monday and it's kind of around there. So I was like, I'm gonna hit up Marcus and see if he wants to play.
Yeah, and I always appreciate that.
And we got to play around and I was like, dude, this is the first time we played in a long time.
I think
Yeah.
it's since, we came back from that big trip.
Yeah. And that was in Worlds was in October.
October.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Oklahoma when we got those ticks on us.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, I tore that place up, dude.
Yeah.
I shredded that
Yeah,
course,
you did.
bro.
Yeah.
Dude, that
We got that
insane.
big
Blackhawk,
putt.
great course.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had that big putt. Remember that step putt that
Yeah.
he got on film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that turnover shot was so on point that day. I remember I was very happy with that course, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm coming back here for sure.
I want
That was
to,
in Norman.
but- yeah.
So Mason and I think Val and Alexis are signing up again.
Oh, really?
Alexis took that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's won there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She won A tier there.
Oh, that's awesome.
The year before we picked her up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a dope course.
It is very nice.
Yeah, there was
Except for
ticks.
the ticks though. There
There was a bunch of
It's
ticks,
the only thing. But,
but you know,
but during the
repellent.
time where they go play, there's not gonna be a problem.
Then you just use repellent. You just had to like protect yourself.
Yeah, we didn't have much.
No, we didn't. Have
we weren't
nothing.
expecting it.
Yeah.
Nobody
And there was a
expects
lot.
it, You know?
Like they were in patches, so you wouldn't have any for a while, and then all of a sudden you look down, you have like 5 on your
I
side.
know.
Disc golf is so much fun until you get ticks on you.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh,
not having a
I
great
have
time.
another great
I know
story
which
about
one you're gonna tell,
Marcus,
too.
and it was at
Yeah.
Ledgestone.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh! So Marcus throws his disc into the water at what course was it? One of the Ledgestone courses out there.
Yeah. What is the name of that?
I
course?
forgot.
can't-
It's a great course.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You only get to see Eureka Tip and Northwoods because that's where the pros play, but the AMs get to play like great courses.
Yes,
Great courses.
great courses.
I got to play. It was Megiddo. Bradley's kind of like a cool McDade-ish. Actually, it's like Cameron Park in Waco is what it reminds
Beautiful.
me of.
Yeah.
Bradley does.
Yeah.
But then we got to play Megiddo, which you played Megiddo with me. Remember I took you there.
Yes.
You and
that
Nick.
was the wooded one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's.
That was
Someone
so
Colton had
sick.
to play too. Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's an AM course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not an ant like
No.
for a lot of places that's a pro level course
Yeah.
that you'll see
good
bigger
golf.
tournaments at. Yeah,
so
it's not an
Marcus was
elite level,
Yeah, it's not, but
but it's tough and very scenic and
beautiful. Great golf.
beautiful.
Yeah, amazing golf. Peoria doesn't have a lot of stuff, but disc golf,
Yep.
it's got everything.
They got a
Yep.
lot of disc golf.
Yeah. Marcus threw his disc into the water at one of these courses, right? And he was in there for like 30 minutes.
It was one of my favorites
Yeah.
before the tournament. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than losing your go-to.
Oh yeah. So
My big distance driver right before a tournament.
right before a tournament.
I went in the water,
He was in there for a while.
pulled
getting
out
it.
20 discs.
Yeah, but
wasn't
not
mine.
his.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we gave up, right?
We give up, and then we go to the next hole. That was a couple holes later, and Justin,
Justin threw
Throws
a
in-
Halo Destroyer.
yeah, his baby.
Which back then, the Halos were just brand new.
yeah, he didn't have a
coming
lot
out.
of them.
Yeah. And I think yours was kind of in the water, or did you?
No, I think I just was being a nice guy.
he was
I was
just
already,
being a nice
I was
guy,
already
'cause
jumped
he was
in.
already full. Of
Yeah, you're
Yeah, it was already
Gas
kind of
wise,
wet, and I could see it.
Yeah,
10 feet in, 10 feet deep. I could see it though.
and he goes in, dude.
10
right?
feet deep,
It was deep,
It was deep.
surprisingly deep. Yeah,
surprisingly deep.
yeah.
dude.
I see where this is going.
But
Oh,
clear water,
dude.
I could see right through it. I said, okay, why not?
Dude.
Bad idea.
And then
So he's in there, and he gets to the disc and gets it, and I just hear him go like, "Oh, something bit me," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know, I didn't see anything," So he's just like, "Oh," he's
Lots of things were.
he's
biting
getting
me.
bit, dude.
Yeah. And it was clear water. I could see everything, but I don't know what was biting me.
dude. Oh my god.
oh, so we got some.
This is Jay's favorite part.
Yeah, dude.
He loves
because
telling
I
the
freaked
stories.
out because this is like I've seen this on a show and it scares me, and we don't have them very much down here.
Talking leeches.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
He gets out with leeches, bro,
Only on my legs.
and I'm freaking out because like that's so disgusting to me, and it
Thank you, Jay.
scares me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Jay.
But when he was pulling them out, like they're sticking to his hands too.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't jazzed.
That's so
about
funny.
it.
You've never dealt with them before.
No,
I have never dealt with
Oh,
them
yeah,
before
yeah.
either. Never been hit once.
Uh huh.
no.
Because they don't have them down here.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
where,
see 'em.
when you get
I
them,
think
you
we
get
do
'em.
have them down here,
Exactly.
but they're not.
Okay, so that's true. I've seen them, but I've never gotten hit down here.
Probably different water bodies than what you're
Yes.
normally like swimming in or anything.
Yeah.
in. It's
This
gonna be,
was
like,
very like, and I didn't think about it until afterwards. It was still water.
Yeah.
Like, it would just been sitting.
They were
there.
waiting for me.
Oh yeah, they've been waiting for something to jump in there, dude. And you
Yeah.
were like,
dude.
So I was being a nice guy, got my buddy's disc out,
got destroyed by
and
leeches.
got destroyed. Just terrible idea. Yeah.
Like
leave the disc next time. I'm not jumping back in.
yeah.
not a.
And you were in the same water.
No, so the other one was a dark pond where you can tell it wasn't as stagnant. This was surprisingly clear water, but you can tell it's just a small pond that,
Different body though.
yeah, different body.
That's
Yes,
so
yeah,
crazy
exactly,
though.
yeah,
You were in
different
there
body.
that long and not one leech, and then this one's like,
Yeah.
jump in, you see the disc, and then you're lit
I
up.
thought there was piranhas in there. I was getting attacked.
Dude, he got out pretty quick.
Yeah.
As fast as I got in, I got out.
You got the disc, though.
Yeah, he got the disc.
I got the disc.
Shout out to
Nice
Marcus.
guy.
Yeah, shout out to
Marcus.
Marcus.
Thank you.
So, and that wasn't the only time. He was a nice guy for me. That same
what
trip,
was that?
we were coming down, and Marcus was like, "We have to hit up Harmony Bends. I have to check this off my
Oh my
list."
gosh!
Yes.
Don't tell the story.
Dude. Hole, is it 18?
Yeah, 18.
You have to go all, remember, you played it because
Yeah.
we went the next
Beautiful
year.
hole.
Yeah,
Beautiful
18,
hole.
you go
Gorgeous course.
down. And I told you the story.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we go
gosh.
down, and then to the left, once it gets flattened out and you get to your second shot, to the left, there's water. And it looked pretty stagnant. And there's a
And
alligator gar.
he throws a terrible shot.
No, it
You're
was
like,
not.
That was going towards the water. Nothing but.
Yeah,
you
it was a
know?
great shot.
It was a
It was
terrible.
my go-to red S-line destroyer. The
SDS.
Yeah, SDS,
Old school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't replace.
can't.
Yeah.
So I threw it. And it started to
Because
kind of
it's a good
turn like
flyer.
it usually does.
Yeah.
And then it stabled out, and it just went like this into the water.
No.
You know? And Marcus, nice guy he is, because he knows how much I love this destroyer.
We were looking for a while, and Jay's like, all right, man, I'll let it go. And I said, you know what? I'll jump in for you.
Yeah. And
You
he
know,
did.
I said, you can't leave this disc behind. It's a $50 disc at least.
Yes.
You know?
He did, dude.
Yes.
And this guy,
So, yeah.
this
And it's gross water. It's
yeah,
not
it was
good water.
gross, bro.
I realize how stagnant it is after a point. And I go, man, this stinks in here. Like,
Yeah.
why did I do this? You better thank me, Jay.
Yeah.
You know, because
So-
he was driving me too. He took me up there, you know. You really hooked it up.
Yeah,
So
it
it
was
was a
a fun
great
trip.
trip. Yeah.
But so he's looking in there for this disc, right? And he's looking, and this guy is throwing, and he comes down, and he's like, "Oh yeah," like he's like, "That's pretty gross water." And I was
I
like,
said, yes, thank you.
yeah. Then the guy like
He goes
throws the
past
second
us a
shot,
little
so
bit.
he goes past us like not even 20, 30 feet, bro.
Like you didn't
he
even
goes,
look for it. Yeah.
Dude, it was right there.
It was on the
safe.
bank, safe up top. Jay didn't even look. He just assumed the worst, and I guess
You
so
did
did
too,
I.
because
yeah.
you saw how it flew, but
It
it,
had
must
to
have,
go to the
It
water.
must have hit something
Oh
and
a
kicked back.
branch and somehow
gosh.
stayed in.
Yeah.
The grossest water I've ever been in, and I didn't need to go
How
in
long
there.
were you
I didn't
marinating in
need
that
to-
for?
It was for a
too
while.
long. See, I don't like these stories.
Man, Marcus has a lot of bad stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Takes the leeches, like
Dude, that
Yeah.
is
Well, that's me
so-
being a nice guy. No
Yes,
more.
exactly.
Never again. Yeah.
no more.
See, I've
dude.
learned my lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
But he got his disc back, and that's
Yeah.
all. That's all that matters. You know.
And wasn't Harmony Benz? Wasn't that your 100th?
Yeah, my 100th course to play.
And did I hear you say it was a red disc?
I know,
Oh, he went
See?
for a red disc.
and it was bad luck. I'm telling you why.
Interesting.
Bad karma.
Interesting.
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 Allegedly.
Marcus hates red discs.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't throw 'em.
Red everything.
red everything. It
Yeah.
could be one of one, and if it's red, he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've turned down a lot of good discs because of a red stamp.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
it's yeah.
Ridiculous.
He's like, there's like a little red in it. It's like, no, there's not. It's like a shade of like the color's changing.
I'm superstitious. I don't do it.
He's like, you see that as a freckle.
superstitious, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no, your bag, no red disc whatsoever.
There's some rainbow stamps in there that I like.
You let it get away. with
Yeah, I'll
it.
let it get away.
he closes his eyes
That's
when he looks
it.
at it.
That's it.
What are you putting with now?
Putting with bullets, long range, and right now I'm like the KC Glow, KC Pro, AVR. with
AVR?
Circle.
The pro or the glow?
Glow.
Oh, okay, yeah, Casey.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I asked because I saw your putting this weekend.
It was those bullets.
You were money.
Yeah.
So Marcus competed in the 2023 Texas State Disc Golf Championships that we had here in Houston, and he played pretty well.
Yeah, he definitely held his own.
And you see the scores, but I didn't see any highlights until the end of the day when he posted them because somebody was filming. For
Yeah.
you. I don't know who.
Mayo?
AJ actually was.
Oh, AJ.
He was there walking, yeah, and he happened to
Dang.
take some great. And I appreciate you being there, man.
Yeah. By the way, Marcus had trouble getting those videos, right?
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, I didn't get the other ones, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, those videos, man. A lot of because you were playing with Darren. Look at that. Isn't that weird? How
That's what they were
things like,
talking about.
Isn't that weird?
Dude,
like Jamie, you know, all
77
connected.
people, and we ended up being
And
on
Marcus
the
and
same
Darren, who I was just talking about Genre Geeks, AJ's co-host.
Yeah.
He played with Marcus.
And he's
Second
not
round?
from like
Yeah,
North
he's a good dude.
Texas. Like way up there. And just so happened that he comes down here
He's from North Texas. Or he's from Oklahoma. North Texas. Okay.
and like what's the chances? They're just like putting together, and AJ knows Marcus.
I see him
hey,
walk
what's up,
up.
buddy?
Yeah.
You know?
And they're playing on the same card.
Yeah.
Same tea time.
Yeah.
I said it was
It's
perfect.
So
you know.
crazy, bro.
It was awesome, man. That's so cool. Yeah. So AJ got a bunch of good footage of it, and that's when I was able to, because I was TDing with Jason at another course. So
Yeah.
that's how we were able to kind of keep up with it. And I remember like people were talking, and me and Marcus have this thing where every time I show up, Marcus just like,
Yeah.
I'm bad luck. I'm red. I might as well be
Oh,
red,
yeah, I'm
dude.
red.
I might as well be red.
It was
Yes.
one time where you showed up and I started not playing well, and it was at Ledgestone. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
you started, and I didn't realize you were filming, and I was like, "Yeah, don't show this because this is not going well."
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna say anything until the end of the tournament because you were in first place.
We were
After
talking
round
about it.
one,
Your first round.
yeah.
What did you shoot? And where were you at? Because we played 6 different courses for that event.
Played Brock Mod, which was a great course.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
What'd you shoot there?
8 down.
8 down.
Yeah.
Solid. And that puts you in solo first, right?
I was tied for first with another guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was this guy's name?
Andrew Lower, I want to
Okay.
say, is how you say the last name.
So first round, tied for first. Second round, you got to play with Darren. Came out first still. And then your last round, you were lead card going into the championship Sunday,
Yep.
and you ruined it.
At a birdie or die course, you have to birdie everything, and I didn't. Yeah.
I'm messing with you.
I know.
Oh my god.
No one's more disappointed than me.
No,
so.
I know. And for those that don't know, solid second place finish.
No, thanks.
Yeah, he fought back.
Yeah.
We were watching. We were
Yeah,
talking about it and watching
I was
the whole
out
time.
of it,
Yeah.
and
Then you
I had a
fought.
good friend of mine. He was caddying. Shout out to Charles Mayo. Kept my head in it and got me back to second because I definitely lost it. So
Nice.
kept me fighting, and that's
Good.
what you got to do in those tournaments. Is just keep fighting.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, the how big was your division? Like how many?
77 people. Yeah.
Huge.
I mean, I know. Probably 3 or 4 years ago, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the whole tournament is 77 people.
You're not getting 600 people in Houston for a tournament.
Biggest
You know what I mean?
Texas states ever, and it was the best.
For sure. It was over 600 people. That's
Yeah.
insane.
You have to say it's the best the way it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
So I'm super proud of you. I know I always give you a lot of trash talk, like I did, and people are like, "Man, Jay's an asshole." But
Yeah.
that's just our relationship.
Yeah,
of
no, we have a
course.
good time.
Of course.
And but I was super proud of you, man, and I wanted you to know that.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
appreciate
reason why I
that.
wanted to bring you on to this podcast to kind of shed some light on, because you've been working on your game.
I have.
We talked about it. You're working right next to Northside Christian Church now. So you said you're there out all the time, throwing in the field, practice putting. He's like, I just want to throw my arm out every time he's out there.
Every single day, no excuses. Keep practicing, get better.
And it's showing, man.
Yeah.
It's showing. I played with you the other day. You look great. You're putting well, almost as good as me. You know,
He's getting there.
I'll get there one
He'll
day.
get there, dude.
Yeah.
get there one
Gotta
day.
keep
You and your
practicing, bro.
bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second place again.
Jay doesn't miss. He doesn't miss putts. Yeah.
No, yeah.
No, none, dude. None.
That and the other thing with Marcus is he's always wanting to do more. You know, he's always wanting to reach out and help out in any
Yeah.
way he can. He's very vocal about that, and it's very much appreciated.
Yeah.
It's,
Of
it's a
course.
big
No,
thing,
it's
dude.
it's another reason why he's still a part of the team. One of the OGs, and he's still with us.
Of course.
You know, still knocking it out. So we appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to bring more of the team on. You know, I know we really talk about our pros a lot, and it's because they're so active in the pro tour and stuff like that. But I think bringing on our other teammates
I agree.
out here on this platform is going to be good, because you know people need to see it. People need to see the hard work pays off.
Yes.
You know, this guy's been grinding it out. You know what I mean? I think he deserves this spot right now and recognition that he's getting.
Of
So,
course. And the cool thing is we've got great relationships with the whole team. So we got stories and things that kind of come across that people don't hear, you know, behind the scenes kind of stuff. Like Marcus getting hit up by leeches. You don't hear that kind of stuff anywhere else. You get that
That's
here.
what the people want to hear.
It's good. Thank you for your sacrifice.
So even when you don't need to, because the disc is just right up ahead.
Oh man, that is so crazy, bro.
I've never forgiven Jay for that.
Yeah, still not there. Still not there.
The last thing I wanted to do on this episode with Marcus is, you know, kind of take credit myself, you know, because like I'm the one that got this guy to be able to putt in any situation ever. Because when I first met Marcus, I mean, you couldn't breathe. And he'd turn around and be
Oh,
like,
it's a slow putter.
can
And
you,
it's,
can you can you breathe a little less?
no, he knew what he was doing. He was trying to mess with me.
I get up behind him.
Yeah, whispering in my ear, and my game has definitely changed because of all the trash talk. And
It's helped him.
he tries to mess with me every single shot, every
So-
single.
And you know
putt.
what? I think
I know
this-
it's coming, and that's what makes it a lot better.
This
Yeah.
all roots back
I'm
to
used to
why
it.
you mess him up, dude. Because when you're around, he's just waiting for it,
Oh, I
bro.
know.
Yeah.
He's just waiting for
I
it.
know it's coming.
We were at and I
you know
real-
he's gonna throw a stick at you.
Yeah.
when
you know
putt,
when I
Yeah.
was just like, he's got it finally. Is we were at the Zip and you were putting hole 18 and I'm sitting there and I didn't even say anything
with the biggest smile on his
Yeah.
face, directly across from me,
Yeah,
not
right.
out of my eyesight, like behind the basket, just grinning, just
Yeah.
knowing that he's already in my head.
And then I just hear before he even lets go, he's going for it, right? Before he even lets go, he
Must
kinda,
make
he
must
kind of
make putt,
chuckles
you know?
and just says, "Screw you, Jay," and then smashes the putt.
Yes.
And I was just like, "Dang!" I didn't even say anything. I don't even
He
have
didn't
to
have
say
to.
anything.
Yeah,
now. It's a mind.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he already
Like,
knows. But I made the putt,
He did.
and that's what all that matters.
Yes.
He did. And he's gotten so much better because seriously though, you'd walk up next to him a little bit and you're in the peripherals.
You were being rude.
And, but hey, this is even casual rounds. This is not tournament rounds. Like I'm like, come on, Marcus, you got
no,
this,
dude,
bro.
you're a jerk.
So I really did though. I would really mess with him real hard.
And
Yes.
It's all casual rounds though. I
Yeah,
never
all
did it-
casual.
Yeah.
We have good fun.
Yeah.
Of course.
I take my game serious, but I have more fun than anybody, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Sure.
Yeah.
Good face for the pod.
Yeah, exactly. I
Okay,
try.
now tell the truth though.
Yeah.
I try.
So, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for more videos with Marcus on like our reviewing our discs and stuff like that because we know that everybody needs a lefty's perspective.
You do.
One more question.
What's up?
One more question. I want to know like what it's like for you playing disc golf as a left-handed player because most courses are actually set up for right-handed players. In fact, even the courses that have a forehand play, sometimes like the forehand shot, people think, oh, well, if he's a lefty, he doesn't need a righty forehand. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's a different shot. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So like, I know you've had to adjust. How do you feel about there always being just right-handed course? Because I've heard somebody say, oh, this is perfect lefty hole. You know what I mean? So how do you feel like you have a disadvantage because you're a lefty?
Yes, a lot of the better courses are righty dominant hyzer shots. Roy G in Austin, one of the most beautiful courses. It's tough for a lefty in the longs. A lot of the smaller courses around here are actually lefty friendly because that's how they try to make the courses harder. They want it to go to the right to make the shot harder instead of a longer hole. So there's some courses that are really great for me. Some courses that I just won't play anymore. I feel like my rating would be a little bit higher, but I like to play the challenging courses.
Right.
I want to go to those places and get my butt kicked on a couple of those because they're holes that I'm just losing strokes on. Statistics are not always in the lefty's favor, especially the good courses, but that just means I need to get better. That's
So-
just more drive for me to become a better player.
So I just had a great idea. We do little clips of Marcus and we have him show other lefties how to attack a right-handed hole.
There you go.
I
What
like
I
it.
would do.
Right?
I want to be like Chris Clemens with his 450 forehand.
Yeah.
That's just a cheat code for lefties.
Yeah,
So that's the goal one day.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
But I feel like I attack courses different because I'm playing with 3 righties versus myself usually. And I've got a different game plan than they do. They're throwing something slow and stable and I'm getting faster and more under. You know, I've got a way different game plan than they do going into the same hole. So courses are getting a little bit better, a little more even, I feel like. But yeah, you just have to be better. You know?
So shout out to all those course designers.
Yes.
Marcus is
Keep making
calling
them
you out.
tougher by going to the right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Really digging into that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
well, at this point, you want to shout out to anybody or any sponsors?
Sponsor.
Any sponsors?
Yeah. Lucky Ace Discs for everything y'all do. It's a family. So,
Yep.
you know, it keeps me wanting to be a better player. I'm excited to see the future. There's a lot more going on. There's so much disc golf to be had and the collaborations we're able to make. You know, I'm really excited to see what comes of it. So.
I want to say thank you to you because you do a very good job of holding us accountable. when someone needs to say that, hey, we need to step up this part, or hey, we need to talk more, we need to do this more. There's very few people on the team that have done it more than you or at all. So that helps. That helps us
sure.
because, like he said earlier, we get busy, we get into a spot, and to have someone like yourself that's, and the way you represent the company and the way you speak on us, I've heard it. You know what I mean? And I know how you are with it.
Yeah.
So it's very impactful.
And one thing that he's real passionate about, and which we talked about yesterday, is getting the team together for like
absolutely
the team days that we used to do.
Yes.
And stuff like that. And I talked to him, and I think we're gonna set something up.
I've been talking to AP about that too a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I think we did.
And
Getting everybody together.
He discussed doing maybe something in Houston and San Antonio.
Yeah.
I also
exactly
like
really
going to maybe meeting again in the middle at the ranch. I think that's a great idea.
I pitched like maybe we get like cheap Astro tickets, like hang out in the top.
Oh, that would
those
be
are
so cool.
All great ideas.
You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be sweet?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And then there's like some parks up here in Conroe that we could like kind of rent out and get some baskets together and kind of do a little safari golf.
Because like our San Antonio people would come up, Justin and Cole and and Debbie.
The ones that can make it. And then we do something out there and the ones from here that can make it, because we've gotten so big that it's almost impossible to coordinate for everybody to get together.
Yeah.
And I think that instead of doing nothing, doing on both sides is a great idea. So
but we're definitely going to do something when the pros come to town.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of the team hasn't really gotten to meet Mason, Val, and Alexis. And if they haven't really gotten to hang out and talk to them.
Yeah.
Still a little starstruck.
So when they come, because they're not going to be doing the West Coast swing. So when they come after Jonesboro, we're going to do a team day when they come and do the podcast with us, stuff like that. So that's all to Marcus, because he is on my butt about always doing team stuff.
Let's get together.
Let's do it. I love it, brother.
Let's do it.
Appreciate you big time, man.
So Marcus, again, thanks. I'll left-handed pump because I know. Yeah.
I was about to say you did it wrong.
I know.
Dude.
We always give Marcus a left-handed handshake because we want to show him love.
They're cool like that.
Yeah.
Thank you all for having me on.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Dude, you're the man.
OG, man.
I've got a lot more stories, I promise.
Yeah, we'll have you on again,
into
dude.
it. Yeah.
We'll have you on again for sure, man. This was fun, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
Again, y'all, just be on the lookout for some more test flight videos with Marcus, Jason, and AP. You'll see the Cloudbreaker one already that we did. I thought it was pretty cool with the unboxing. So be on the lookout for more content on Lucky Ace TV. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and then follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Lucky Ace Discs. And make sure to check out LuckyAceDiscs.com. We might have some new merch coming real soon. I know everybody's been wanting it, so I'm just going to tease it. And hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll be able to post and put a link for y'all so you can purchase some nice stuff, nice swag. But that's it. I don't want to hear anything else out of any of you two. We're definitely not going to end the way we always end.
I mean, I would like to say have a great day.
He always gets it.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew it.
I didn't do it with Jamie.